For us movie lovers, the coming years are going to be exciting. Several amazing productions are set to release soon.
Dogman, you only have one job to do. Keep your eyes on those monitors.
Do you know which incredible movies are just around the corner?
Who are you?
I'm Steve.
Have you ever played Angry Birds on your phone or tablet? I admit that this game, where we launch birds with powers at little pigs, has stolen quite a few hours of my life. The game was such a hit that it was inevitable a movie would be made, and since the first film, released back in 2016, was a big success, a sequel in 2019 was inevitable, and now, another one. That's right, the third movie in the Bird trilogy has been launched from the slingshot and is flying straight at us. We better be ready so we don't get hit by Red, because the movie is set to release soon in March 2025. And that's just one of the 15 incredible movies coming soon, so get ready for another Cinewave. Another movie based on a famous game is Five Nights at Freddy's, where Mike becomes a night security guard at a pizzeria and has to deal with possessed animatronics. You must have an idea of just how huge this movie was, so it's no surprise that the sequel was fast-tracked. Five Nights at Freddy's is a game full of mysteries, with one of the most passionate fan bases out there, eagerly awaiting what the next movie will reveal when it releases on December 5th, 2025. This sequel may even offer some hints about the game franchise's mysterious story. And it has everything to be amazing, especially since we know that William Afton will return as the dangerous Springtrap. Additionally, the first poster for the second movie hints at the plot. On it, we see the face of animatronic Freddy, but you can tell that this isn't the same Freddy from the first movie. This is Toy Freddy from the second game, so we might just see a faithful adaptation of Five Nights at Freddy's too. Now, you want to hear our theory? We believe this horror sequel will adapt the second game, where Toy Freddy and the toy versions of the other characters appear. However, we also think the movie will definitely mix in elements from the third game, where Springtrap is the main villain. Knowing all this, what's your theory? How do you think the next adventure for Mike Schmidt and Vanessa will go? If you watch our videos a lot, you probably already know that Dogman will be one of DreamWorks' next big hits. Set to hit theaters on January 30th, 2025, the story shows what happens when a brave policeman and his dog have an accident, and both need to have their bodies fused to survive, creating the spectacular Dogman, half human, half dog, and 100% hero. The movie is based on one of the world's most popular children's book series. Since it started in 2016, the franchise has published 12 books, with a 13th coming out in December 2024. With so many books to adapt, full of incredible plots and characters, if the movie does well at the box office, DreamWorks certainly has plenty of material to create an extraordinary film saga. Disney has realized that two things are big moneymakers: animated movie sequels and live-action versions of successful animated films. So it was only a matter of time before Disney decided to make a live-action version of one of its most iconic movies from the 2000s, Lilo and Stitch, where a young girl meets a blue mischievous creature that's actually a runaway alien. This is one of Disney's funniest movies, and its remake will certainly have us laughing just like the original. The movie will hit theaters on March 22nd, 2025, so make sure to mark the date on your phone. Game adaptations are really starting to succeed, with another production based on a famous game set to arrive in 2025. This time, Minecraft, one of the biggest hits of the last decade, will be getting its own movie. What most people wouldn't expect is that it'll be a live-action movie instead of an animated one. That is, only the main actors are real humans. Like in Jumanji, they come from the real world and end up inside the Minecraft world, where the setting and all other characters are animated and blocky, just like in the game. We'll even have Steve, played by Jack Black himself. Now the big question is, will they be brave enough to include Herobrine, the game's most famous legend, as the movie's villain? That would be amazing! Would you like to see Herobrine in the Minecraft movie? Then comment below with #Herobrine. Do you like animal movies like Zootopia and Madagascar? What about scary zombie films? These questions may sound odd, but what if I told you there's a movie coming out that mixes Zootopia with zombies? That's the unique premise of Night of the Zpocalypse. The main character is a young wolf named Gracie, living a normal life until a mysterious meteor crashes down, releasing an alien virus that starts turning animals into zombies. The plot is already amazing, but what guarantees this movie won't disappoint is that it's directed by Ricardo Curtis, who worked on other incredible films like The Incredibles and The Iron Giant. This movie will be out in theaters on March 7th, 2025, so see you there. Another upcoming film from a well-known animation creator is Spellbound, directed by the mind behind Toy Story. Yes, the creator of the first 3D animated movie is bringing us this film. The story is about Elian, a young princess from a magical kingdom. She was living a happy life with her parents, the king and queen, until they both were struck by a curse. As a result, Elian's parents are turned into two monsters. Now, the girl must embark on a quest to free her parents from the curse and save her kingdom from a looming threat. This movie is set to release on November 22nd, 2024, directly on Netflix, so you'll just need to grab your popcorn and settle into the couch to enjoy this story, just like you always do when you watch one of our videos. Did you know there's a new Smurfs movie in the lineup of productions coming in 2025? That's right, we'll once again see Papa Smurf, Smurfette, and all the little blue creatures of Smurf Village in another adventure. They'll probably be facing Gargamel again, or will a new enemy be introduced for the Smurfs to take on? Well, we'll find out on July 18th, 2025. Sing 2016 was a big hit with its mix of animal characters, humor, and amazing music. It seemed like only a matter of time before a sequel was announced, and it was, with the second film releasing in 2021. Of course, they weren't stopping there, and our suspicions were confirmed when the third movie was announced in 2023. Sing 3 is set to release sometime in 2025, though an exact date hasn't been set yet. All I know is, we'll need to control ourselves from breaking into dance with every song in the movie. The sequel to The Bad Guys by DreamWorks is also coming in 2025, and just the plot sounds amazing. In this story, Mr. Wolf's group is trying to settle into society as good guys until a squad of all-female baddies shows up and forces them back into action for one last mission. Honestly, anyone who saw the first movie will be hyped for this sequel. DreamWorks has everything they need to make another fantastic movie, but we'll only see the result on August 1st, 2025. There are so many amazing productions set to release in 2025, and you can bet we'll be making videos about all of them. So make sure to hit the subscribe button to get all the latest on your favorite movies and shows. The Incredibles is one of Pixar's best films, and its sequel didn't disappoint either. Disney knows the potential of this franchise, so we're getting a third installment in the epic saga of the Parr family. If you want all the details on the production and story of The Incredibles 3, check out our video that reveals everything we know about the film. Netflix is also ramping up its animated films. Besides Spellbound, there's another animated feature coming exclusively to the platform. I'm talking about In Your Dreams, a story about two siblings with opposite personalities who have to travel through the world of dreams to save their parents' marriage. This film feels like one of those heartwarming stories that might have us tearing up by the end. The movie was originally set to release in 2024, but it's been delayed and will now hit Netflix sometime in mid-2025. Shrek is one of the world's most famous animated franchises, and I bet you've watched these movies dozens of times. Here's some fantastic news. After the success of the Puss in Boots 2 spin-off, the main franchise is getting a new sequel, coming July 1st, 2026. This one might just end up being the best in the entire series, especially if it sees the same quality jump that Puss in Boots 2 had over its predecessor. The question is, what challenges will Shrek, Fiona, Donkey, and Puss in Boots face this time around? If movies like Five Nights at Freddy's 2, Minecraft, and Angry Birds 3 haven't convinced you that we're in the era of video game adaptations, then let's talk about the animated movie for Mutant Year Zero. The story unfolds in a post-apocalyptic world where a squad of mutant animals embarks on a journey to retrieve a crucial item for their world's survival. I was sold on this movie the moment I saw the main characters, a duck and a boar wielding weapons. Makes you want to try the game just to explore this unique universe, doesn't it? Another animated classic getting a live-action remake is How to Train Your Dragon, promising to retell the story of Hiccup and Toothless in the most epic way possible. Filming is already done, and since the dragons will be shown in a more realistic style, you can bet the visual effects team will be hard at work on the CGI to make it all look stunning. The movie will hit theaters on June 13th, 2025, and it might even surpass the original version. Who knows? But I know for sure I'll be buying my ticket as soon as it's out. Wow, so many amazing films that aren't out yet. It almost makes you wish for a time machine so you could jump to the future and watch all these unreleased movies. We've got 2 great videos on the screen for you. Just click on one to keep the fun going. Thanks, and see you next time.